Well, I'm back, and I'm thinking that while everyone's asleep, I've got my cup of coffee, I can get finished with pages 29, 30. We'll see how far I can get before the rest of the house wakes up. I would like to get finished with the rest of the book. So this is number 29 and 30. And 29 and 30 goes into, I found the yes that goes on the last page that I just did. There were several pieces missing, but everything is in this one. This was just stuck in the envelope. I'm hoping this is going to be something that's missing from one of my other pages. So this is the 6x8 page protector that goes in, that's used for page 29. And what you're going to do is select the gray text, it says. This is the gray text, and it's directional, of course. I'm going to pull in my Distress inks from Tim Holtz, and I'm, again, using soot. It doesn't say anything about distressing or what colors to use. That's totally your preference. I'm a distresser when we're using distressed papers like this. Sometimes when you're using papers that aren't distressed, I might not distress with a heavy color such as this one. I also used oxide inks from Tim Holtz. This just didn't happen to have the distress in the oxides. I just had the distress inks. So that's what I'm using. So I've distressed page 28. My table, I'm on a crooked floor in the beach. So this is page 8, and I'm going to take a pin, place a 6x4 photo 1 inch from the bottom of the page, which I will grab one of those from here. Again, I didn't ink these, which would have made our journey a little bit faster. I'm just doing a little dab along the outer edge. I'm not doing a complete swoosh across these. I'm putting just a little bit in each of the corners in the event I decide to take that up. Now it says to put this 1 inch from the bottom, and it says to you do it without putting adhesive on the top. Well, you know what? So what? I've already put it down. Not a big deal. I can take it up. There it is. I didn't use a ruler. I placed it on there. Now it wants me to put this along that top, and I like a little ink. And I'd only have to put the ink along, and I'm going to see how it's turned. It's done this way, like this, and I'm just laying that in there like that. I didn't put any ink on that, so what? No big deal. Now, it's got this Celebrate, and on the Celebrate, we need to do a little bit heavier ink. I'm coming in a little bit on it, and I'm going to put a bead of adhesive on it. And it's coming right like this, all the way to the edge with my Celebrate against the side of the picture. And when you put that down like that, it kind of smears the ink that's on there. Put that like that. Now bringing in my binder clip. You notice I brought in another batch of Pop Dots. You know why? Because I only had 2 Pop Dots left on the last one. And nowhere on my table is my scissors. They're over here on the side. So I'm putting down Pop Dots there, and I'm going to leave that because I'm put them on the outside. I don't like my Pop Dots on the inside of my page. So that is that. On this bottom corner, there's one of those. That wouldn't be too bad, but you know what? You can't put your picture on them. So I'm going to save that for the outside edge. And I am going to put just enough adhesive on that. And you know, this is stripped, so it folds right back. I'll put that on the outside edge too. So that's everything that goes on that. I'm going to turn the page, and I'm going to see what goes on the other side. I'm going to flip. Now this is, guess what? This is what goes on this side. I'm going to pull in this and just put enough shadow on the outside edge of this. This is the color I added. This is not included in your kits. This is supposed to be your picture. Remember that when you get your kits, that any of the 4x6 that's designated as a picture is not included in your kits. You could choose white. You could save it and just have a picture, but, and did they do the dot side up? They did the dot side up. I'm just putting enough to keep it down. I'm putting it against there. Now, that's going to go on the outside. Remember, I don't like all the thickness inside. Put that up there to put in when I'm through. And my butterfly is going to go on the outside. I will put all of this on the outside. Putting all of that adhesive on it together. Slide that over there. Oh, guess what? My believe is not in my book plate. Let's pull my hardware. Let's find my hardware one more time. That's not my hardware. That's not hardware. That's not hardware. These are all the packages of stuff that was included in my kit. Okay. There's my hardware. I'm looking for believe. And it is still in my bag. You know, I didn't make the kits up with the pieces. You get these packs of everything. So if anything's missing, it's in your packs because you make your own kits. The kit is the pack. There we go. I'm going to do that. It's going to go like this. And I'm going to show you something else that I do. There. Just like that. Now, bringing back in this, I don't want, we're going to put it on the outside, so that's quite all right. Everything is finished on this page because I'm going to put the dimension on the outside. Let's do it the right side this way. Goes this way, and in here, let's put it where it looks like it's the best way. There. Now this is the side. And remember, we're going to put our binder clip. See if I can remember how this goes without flipping my page of directions. I've got my page of directions over here. People think I'm creating by myself. Nope. That goes right there on the outside. This goes right here. There. Flip our page. And this goes up here. Let's put it right here so you can see it better. And this butterfly, the butterfly went right here. Very nice, very nice. And the believe, they may have cut that believe off. I don't like it cut off, but okay. Flip the page over. You can't, oh. This is, something's not right. But guess what? I'm putting this down because it's, this is supposed to be, no, it's right. It's supposed to be, it's black. It says to flip it over and cut that off, and I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to do that. It does say to put this down and flip it over and cut it off, but I'm not going to do that, y'all. I just didn't do that, okay? So know that in your instructions, you're instructed to put this on this piece of paper, flip it over and cut it off, and I didn't do that because I don't write that. So we're going to put this back in the book. There's another page in our book, and that was 29 and 30. Now, when I get these pages finished, we will do the whole book. So let's move right along to the next page, which is, oh, not 32. So we're looking for page 31, which is a 4-page with bingo cards, and I think it may be in this. I had someone helping me with this because I got totally to the end and didn't even have all these pages. So let's put all of this out of the way, pull this in, and we will move right along in hopes that we can determine what I need when I get there. This one definitely does not belong here. So with this one, we're going to do this the best we can. The bingo goes right up here. Bingo goes right here. There. And bingo goes right down here. Now we'll put some ink on these. Right like this. Just along the edges. Like that. Now, hopefully I've got a little bit on the edges on the back side in case these are pictures on the back. I don't know that they will be, but we'll find out when I get there. I haven't read these instructions, y'all. How many of y'all do your kits by visual only? Visual only. There we go. Love it. Now what goes on here? This little dragonfly. And this little dragonfly is going to have a cut piece like that. And let me pull this in. Full sheet. I just had a pair of scissors on the table. And pull those in there. I need a cup of coffee, don't I? Guess what? I do have one right here. My hubby brought me one. Ooh. Oh, that's good. Nice and hot. Nice and hot. Wow. Very bold. Very bold coffee. Pulling all of this off. Definitely have a table that's dirty. And put that right on the free space. That's nice. Right on the free space. Now that is page 31, and I'm going to flip, and we're going to do 32, 32. 32 is supposed to have a stay wild, So I have to pull in some of my leftovers because I evidently didn't do this page. Let's see if I have a stay wild. Hey, look at there. It's in the pack. Stay wild. Must mean we're going to use each and every one of these things. So why don't I just take them out like that and put my bag on the floor. Let's pull my Stay Wild in like that. But just put it on the outside, throw my thing in the trash. And the yay goes down here in a book plate. Did I put my book plates out already? I did. But it's not a square. It goes up there with fabulous. Book plate, not there. Here, and the book plates are here. Okay, Let's use this little one right here. The one I want is not there, so let's just use this one. And let's put a little of this right here, and a little of this right here, and right here. You get little strips of these when you use those. This is a silver book plate. There is a different kind of paper. So what I'll do is I'll just put this down, and when I come across that paper, I'll put it in there, just so y'all know. There is numbers paper in the back of this, but because I don't have it with me right now, I'm not going to look for it. It is the numbers, the typewriter number papers, and it'll turn up, and we'll put it in there when it turns up. I put Amazing up there and my Pop Dots. I got a lot of stuff going on the table of leftovers. So this is number 31 and 32. Oh, there it is. In my leftovers. Just like that, we find our paper. We'll put it in our book. There we go. And when I'm done, I'll get all of this stuff glued a little stronger. So page 31 and 32, I need a black heart. That black heart will also turn up on this table sooner or later. I'm just looking to see if it was in those bags it's laying there, and it is not. Okay, now let's look and see. This is a page out of the book. This is going to be page 34 and 35, and it tells me that this is number 34 and 35, and no embellishments are necessary. How fast was that? So that's 34 and 33 and 34. Now look at what I've got here. That says it's 35 and 36. Good golly, Miss Molly, we're cooking a Crisco. All these leftovers over here. Now, pulling out this one, because there's lots of little bits and pieces in this one. Here we go. Put the bags out of the way, because I will use those again. Put my 4x6 here with the openings in the front, like this. Yes. Now, put that out of the way. Put that out of the way. Now, I've got two 4x6s. Place a scored gray. Piece of Color Vibe. I'm looking to see which one it goes. Cards up in the top pocket. It goes in the top pocket like this. Just like that. And you need to know if you do the top side out, the dot top side out, which you do. There you go. That's what you do. Now, it's going to put, and I'm going to place these, I got smart this time. I'm going to place these like this. Pretty. Pretty. And then you have a little one with a butterfly. And that little butterfly goes over there like that. That one doesn't go here. This one goes right here. And the binder clip goes on top of it. And the rub-ons go underneath it. Oh, this one, I can't get them up with my fat fingernails, goes underneath it right there. And that's everything that goes on this one. So what I'm going to do is my rub-ons first, right up here, right here. Pull those in just like that. Give them a little rub. Let me find my thing here. I won't make as much noise when I use this. Okay, didn't get that rubbed on. Pick that up. Keep picking up. When I see pieces not rubbed on, I'll give them a little rub. Give them a little rub. Just hold that on there a minute, feel how that looks. Bring these back in. Now, I'm going to bring in this, make sure that my nozzle is clean. And squeeze, yeah, better. Put that out and do this one first. There. I want to put this one on first, right up next to the edge. Not quite on the end. It doesn't matter if that glue's coming through, because you know what? That'll make this one stick even better. Like there. Now, make sure Pretty's facing the right way. Get that glue in there. There we go. Pretty, pretty. Now I'm going to come in here with this tag and poke this tag out. Like that. And I'm going to put this right down the middle like this. And add it right near the edge like this. No right or wrong place, y'all. And unless you decide to put it on the wrong way, and I still got juicy on it. There we go. Now that goes there, but then this one, because it lifts, we'll need to have these bound. Try it like this. I don't want them to fall apart. Now, find that little piece like this, put it on there like there. And cut that off like that. Now, because it's not going to touch there, I think I want to put a pop dot for support. Right. Probably should have gone up a little bit. Let's see if we can lift it and put it right there. Yes, that will help with our... I'm going to put a little here, put it on there like that. Trying to see where it goes. Now that is more stable, like that. There you go. That is that. Now the Now and Forever is supposed to be slid. It is cardboard too. It's a cardboard metal. It's supposed to be slid a little bit up under there. If you use the thinner, these are thinner. They're not as thick as the pop dots. So I will slide these up under the top, like that. You can double these up and then they're as thick as the pop dots. A lot of people use the thinner, so they can double them up. Got this mess all over the table. I have to remember that I am working in multiple pages. So you want to keep your area clean as you can. There we go. There we go. That worked better. You see how that stabilized that. I've got extras of these sticking around. Put everything in the trash as you move along, so that you don't have a buildup of trash. Now, let's do this back in here. This is page number 35. And you know we're almost to the back page. Let's see if that has a hole in it. I wonder if all of them had a hole in it, and I just now saw that. Okay. So, pull back in this, because I've been putting one of those there. These are the thinner that I've been using on these. I don't have any stuck anywhere. And I'll stick that along there. Pick it up. And I'm going to put 2 on it. 2 on it. And I'll tell you why as soon as I get done. 2 there. And pick. Stick it on my stanchion so I can see it. Well, you have to pick this top off like that and stick that there. And pick that off. And pick that off. Stick that there. And pick that off. Come on. And cut that off because I put them on backwards, but it's okay. There. Now, because I'm not sticking it up on top of that, I needed it to pop up a little higher than that. So I put the thin one on this one and the thick one on that one. There we go. Now that sticks outside of that pocket. Hasn't told me what I flipped underneath it yet. Yeah, it did. Okay, so I'm going to open that up. Now, the items that I'm going to stick underneath this pocket are this cute little thing. It's a nice little heavy layered piece, and I'm going to put, you know, I talked about heavier and lighter. I'm going to heavy on this and bringing it in from the outside, which gives it a deeper, you can take it out and in like that. And then I'm going to put, let's do this. I'm not going to I'm not going to take the pin out of that yet. I'm watching next door to see when the neighbors come. The neighbors are leaving today. They're flying back to Arizona and California. Going to definitely, and you know what? The color that's showing on this is oatmeal and not gray, and the polka dot showing on the underside. I'm going to continue moving right along because I think that there's something not quite right with this. I'm just going to move right along. Yes, I am. I don't know, these are not on there. We'll put this on there, vintage. Everything should be flat because it's the underside. It's the underside. This is flat, and there is a hole in that one too. I'll just be John Brown. If every one of those had one of those in it and I didn't pop it out, I'm not going to be happy with myself. Right like that. Gosh, that's cute. This is not going to be popped. Butterfly. Butterfly's flying the wrong way, but that's okay. No big deal. I better be making sure. Okay, let me go back here. Yeah, it says to use. I'm moving right along. It says on the inside flap, the 3.5 by 5.5 piece of oatmeal color vibe. This piece right here, y'all. So yes, Connie made a mistake here. This piece right here was supposed to go on the underside of that flap. In the center of the top inside flap, place a black clipboard photo metal hardware. Yep, should have gone right there. But you know, it's going to be fine because I think I can pick all of this up like this and put it like this. Yes, look at there. No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. You ever watched anybody do one of these at virtuals or do one of these demos and make as many mistakes as I have? Yes, there we go. Now we're done. That goes on the inside flap like that. I am just, doesn't show it like that. Place a black clipboard photo corner, place a layered newspaper print, place a vintage, use foam adhesive at the top, place a large black boo-to-do, use foam, place a 6x4 photo in the top pocket under the flap. Okay, in the bottom. Gotcha, gotcha. We can do every bit of that. Just like that. All right, we're gonna put this, we're gonna adhere this. I don't understand why they put oatmeal on top of this. I still think there is a little something missing here, and we may change it ourselves, but that is absolutely beautiful. Now, what goes on the back side of the page? I don't have the back side of the page. There's a rub-on. I don't have page 36. Whoops, whoops. There is a rub-on, which I don't have yet. There it is. I've got it right here. Not pulled it out yet. Very good, Connie. At least you still have it in the bag. Now, we're going to pull this rub-on out. And cut it out. Well, at least you get to see me cut one of these out. You just cut it off the sheet like that. Save your sheet. And pull this off just like that. Throw that sheet away. Then you take this, which is what you put in your book, in your flap. Put it down. Put this on it just like this. Now that is what you're going to rub on. And let's lay it out and rub it on. Pick it up, find your corner, and start peeling it. And when you see pieces that didn't transfer, all you do is rub them a little harder. Lift, keep lifting. Like that. There we go. Now, on this, my favorite things goes on top of that. I think like that. Doesn't tell me that, but I think that is the way that goes. It says place the butter alpha, which is done. Place the gray numbers die cut at the bottom of the rub-on, slightly hanging off. That's exactly what you do. You put this down like here, and you put this down on this. And we're going to do that. We're going to put that down on top of it, just like this. Just like this. Right like that. Got a little more on there than I needed. Then we're going to take this and put it down on top of this. Does it go over that butterfly? I hate for it to go over that butterfly like that. It's crooked. It's a little wonky, y'all. Kim, you'd be glad to hear me using your phrase. There we go. That's there. Pull this in. Ooh, sun just went behind a cloud. Put that there, just enough, because it's going up under a protective sheet. Wow, that's beautiful. God, that is beautiful. Now, it goes right up under there. Might be easier to put it in this way. This is page number 35 and page number 36 right here. 35 and 36. Look at that. God, that's gorgeous. I didn't put any ink on this. Let me do that right quick. And for me, I don't understand the use of this color vibe for the 4x6s. with no decorative element on top of it. If you're going to use it as a photo op, I would have used your photo op pieces that where I used the cream or the wheat. I would have used the same color for these pieces. I wouldn't have intermingled white, warm white, and cream. I would have done that differently, but it's someone else's book and someone else's design, so I'm following their instructions. One day I'm going to do my own book, but this is a gorgeous book, and I do love it. I do love it. It's just this part that I don't understand, where I've used, this is where your photos go, but as a placeholder in an example, see, these are photo placeholders. Why? You don't have any decorative element here. You're going to put a photo here or journaling here. I would have used the same colors throughout for those decorative elements and photo opportunities. Now I'm going to do the back cover. The back cover, let's see if we do the back cover and then put it in the book. Let's see if we can do that. The back cover, I've got it in this envelope here, and we're gonna, I haven't even looked at the, oh, it used to be page 15. That was another Simple Stories book, probably the Christmas album last year. And this is the back cover. This is the last page, so we will celebrate. Make sure I've got it, the directions right. Let's see what this one says. The very top, 18, 19, 20. So it was 18, 19, 20, South State Street. Let's make a pocket. It looks like we're making a pocket. To make a pocket, I use score tape, whatever brand. You know, somebody's brand is not necessarily better than anybody else's brand. Use the brand that you've got on hand. That's all I can say. Use the brand you've got on hand. I happen to have scrapbook.com on hand. I have that brand on hand too. Sukwang score tape. It's score tape. It's all the same. I even have some red line tape over there. Didn't bring my dispenser with me. I just threw it in a bag and off I went. So, Nick Green's class, I think, is 11 o'clock today. Starts at 11. Goes an hour and a half, and then she comes back at 2 for another hour and a half. I've already decided I will not be on the live. I hate it. I will miss the opportunity to win prizes, but it's my last opportunity to spend the day on the beach with 45 of my family members. So guess what I chose to do? I chose to spend the day on the beach with 45 of my family members, because it'll be another year before I see some of them again. Some of them may be leaving California, Utah, Arizona, Greensboro, High Point. Miss them terribly, but we'll see them again. We'll see them next year, hopefully. You know, tomorrow's never promised. You need to spend as much time as you can with those that mean the most to you, that bring you joy. If they don't bring you joy, tell them. You don't bring me joy, I can't spend time with you. If you want to spend time with them, but they don't bring you joy, tell them. You stress me out. Chill. Change your habits. Oops, you know what? Put that down before I put the flowers down. That's a bad habit. Got to fix that. Got to fix that one. All right, got to fix that one. Let's pick that up. Ups, ups, ups. Got to fix it up all the way to the R. I put it down without putting my flowers down. But, oh, sugar britches. Guess what? Tore it right then and there. I tore it. Guess what? Take it off. Take it off. Not your clothes. Take that off. Just peel it back. Throw this in there. Throw that in there like that. It's supposed to be all the way back to the R, and I'm afraid if I take it back to the R, I didn't bring my undo. There, got all the way back. Now, does this one go in there too? Oh, it did. It did. It goes right in here. Let's put this up here like this. Let's put you there. And let's put you up here. I'm not going to put that one on it. Got to. You see why? Because I tore it right there. Come on, pick you up off that flower. Right there. Pick you up, pick you up, pick you up, pick you up. There. Now, give you a little zoom back in there. There, we did it. We fixed it. We might have torn them, but we fixed it. That goes there. My little busy bee. All that in the garbage. Pick that little busy bee up. Put a little busy bee dot right there. And throw you right here. You can barely see him. There he goes. I'm gonna have to put a little bit of adhesive under here because I don't want anybody to see that torn places. There. Put this back on here. Put you up there. You on the windowsill. You on the windowsill. You in the garbage. I've got a lot of leftovers over here of things that need to be put on pages. I do have a lot of things that somebody waving at me across the house next to us. They all know what I'm doing, which is quite all right. They know I'm making videos this week early in the morning before breakfast. Some of them hit the beach before I do. That looks great. Still got a little bit of a mess there, but I'll fix that. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this and take a tour of the book. Here we go. I'm using score tape. Oh, I was going to show y'all something I learned. Not something I learned or I've discovered. It is a scrap lift from someone else. So when you're working with your score tape or your tape runners, if you put art glitter glue, you know, usually with your score tape or your tape runners like that, a lot of times they are permanent, especially score tape. If you put them down, they're permanent. Well, if you have come in here and you see what I'm doing, putting art glitter glue on top of it, like this. If you put art glitter glue on top of it, like that, right over it, like that, just like that, it's gonna be repositionable for a little bit. Let me find that pen again. Now this is a stainless steel pen. You don't want anything but a stainless steel pen. Now I'm gonna pick this up. I'm not in any hurry. I'm gonna pick that up, make sure it's the right direction, and place it right back down on this. It's repositionable. You see it swooshing around? Swooshing around because when you put that art glitter glue on top of that tape, you've got the ability to move it slightly and reposition it and put it where you want it to be. If you had put that tape on it and put it down, you'd have been tearing up like I did there. That art glitter glue gives it a transition period. Yeah, that's upside down right there. Not a big deal. It's not here. This is upside down. This is not. Very interesting. Very cool. Some of it's upside down, some of it's not. Let's see what they put here. Yeah, South State Street. All right, I'm going to close my book. Everybody, so this is the front cover with my Judy ribbon and my bow, and I'm going to end up putting some trinkets on it to give it a little upbeat. My inside cover with some things that come in and out. And my page one, page two. I'm not going to tell you what the pages are because some of the pages may be backwards. And a flip. A lot of pages that were inserted into the book already, and you just decorated them. And then the page inserts. You made pockets, and there were pockets already included. You had foam titles, you had metal chipboard hardware, you had botanical, you had elements, you had captured bits, you had many elements included in this kit, and instructions that told you which of the bits and pieces that you used on the different pages. Had your elements and your sticker titles, your foam titles, your botanical bits, your chipboards, your botanical bits, your metal chipboard. You had a lot of things that you added yourself, like I used photo mats. I used a walnut cream for my photo mat. And not everything did I adhere down because I think I may make changes on some of these. You've got flips and flaps. You can add your own flips and flaps. There's still a lot of potential. You cut your hardware off. I put my anything that was thick, I put on the outside of my pockets, not on the inside. I don't like the thickness inside my pockets. I did my foam, my chipboard on the outside of my pockets. That gives me more ability to put pictures on the inside. I really like that page for some reason. And your last pocket page on the back cover. So this is the Simple Vintage, or Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Essential Page binder kit that was designed by Becky Adams, and the design, her instructions were made available to all of the retail distributors. And we were able to order all of the product and combine everything into the kits. I have the kits available in my shop for $80, and I can send you these instructions. As you see, I worked in the mornings this week while I was at the beach and was able to put this album together without any issues. Putting the opportunity with all of these little packs and pieces of stuff. I did have to go back and find some things, but you have your botanical bits, your ephemera, your captured bits, you had the metal hardware, you had the rub-ons, and you had the, I don't have it here, but you did have the, they're on the floor because I used every one of them. You had your Simple Stories foam sticker titles. Anybody that's interested in this, I do have these kits, and I'll be glad to mail it to you. We used enamel dots. Fun album to put together, not stressful at all. You can modify it to make it your own, which I did on several pages. Or you can follow right along with Becky Adams' great instructions and make it exactly like hers. Do let me know if you've got any questions. Reach out to me through email, through my Facebook page, or by phone. I'm always here. I may be at the beach, but I am answering emails and texts later in the afternoon as I return from the beach. Thanks for watching me. Watch my YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching me, y'all. Bye.